So call the meeting to order. Go ahead, Tom.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to note who's here. I have everyone except Paulette and Brandon and the chief. So we have that here. I assume, Brandon, there's nobody from the public here?
No.
Someday we'll get one. The only order of business is to approve the minutes that I circulated to you yesterday. Everyone's okay with that? Chairman,
Any
can I ask for a
questions
motion?
or objections on the minutes? If none, Tom, you need a roll call, or can we just approve them?
You need a motion and a second, and then just.
So moved.
All right.
Second.
Okay, you have the motion, a second. There's no questions. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Okay,
Okay.
motion's approved.
And the only other is John's report on the status of the police department.
Okay, call volume is back to normal. I'm sure nobody forgot, but I'll just remind you that our sergeant's exam is coming up September 16th, so in a month. That's a Wednesday at 6 o'clock. It'll be at the station. The only other thing I have, and I'm going to be very brief on it, just so that I keep you up on the state of the department. It's something I already discussed with Tom, and there's very little that I can say. But just recently, I terminated an officer, and he chose to take it the other route of arbitration. So because of that, I really can't supply any information because it doesn't pertain, and then to protect his privacy rights and so forth. So I'm sorry I can't expound on any of that, but I just wanted to let you know where we stand. And as a result, depending on what goes on with the arbitration, if it's over before the list is up, I'm actually seeking to nullify our list that we have of probationary police officers. Because what I'd like to do is, again, try and get a greater sample, still trying to diversify the police department, and actually put in these new rules that the civil service got through of 50 people to interview instead of 30, and we changed the weights and see if that helps. So depending on how that goes, I'll either ask for that at the end of this year or might have to wait till next year. But I guess it's all dependent on what happens with this case.
Okay. Hey, John, that was my question of what's going to happen with the testing, but what's his name that just got hired? Was that Longo's replacement?
It was. So
Okay,
that
so we're up.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll be down again when Longo goes, but I mean, that's okay. I think it's better off that we, we try and get the best again. I don't want, we're down to number 10. The academies aren't running right now, at least not, I actually don't know how they're operating. I can't imagine doing it virtually. We can't even get an answer because you can't get a hold of anybody.
Right. So you're going to be down only because if this officer gets terminated.
Right.
That's the only reason. Okay.
That's the
so we understand.
Right.
So they're not even going to do virtual like as the college goes, or no? You don't know.
It's hard to get an answer. Right now, my understanding is that they're not running it, at least in this county. I don't know how they're all going. And I honestly don't know what happened with the academy that was running. I don't know because they didn't have a place to go to.
Oh, right.
So I don't know if that just got suspended or not. So we'll have to see, even if we have candidates when the time comes that are either police officers or at least are certified, or if we're just going to have to hold that list and wait until academies open up. But considering that we're a little ways away from that, hopefully they'll fix that before we get to it.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
What? How many people we have for the sergeant's test?
I don't have the list in front of me. I thought it was about 10 people that actually signed up.
So how are you going to spread it out? Auditorium or?
No, because they don't have
Desks.
chairs. They don't have the desks in there. We were going to use again the lunchroom, which is kind of small, but it's attached to the conference room, which has been enlarged.
Can I interrupt you a second?
Yeah.
I'm going to apologize. I'm going to have to leave the meeting. I assume there'll be no legal business after this. My wife called and said my dog is having fits on the floor, my 17-year-old dog. So
Yeah,
I'm
okay.
going to go home
Tom.
and take care of my dog, guys.
All
There's
right,
no legal
Tom.
business. I'll follow this up with Brandon and do the minutes from here. Okay.
Okay. Good night.
Thanks.
Well, I just was wondering how we're going to handle it with the COVID and spreading
I
out.
actually, yeah, I just talked to Tom about that today, and I was going to go in tomorrow to those rooms, and the setup. Well, you know the setup. We were in there.
Yeah, yeah.
In that engineering conference room. It's that big table with the center open. So I'm hoping with 10 people between there and the lunchroom, I can fit it in. Because if you remember the last time we gave a test, that was for sergeants and lieutenants. So we had a lot more people.
Yeah, the LTs were in the kitchen and
Yeah.
yeah. I just
Some-
didn't know because here when anybody complaining about it's
yeah.
not social distancing and do they have to
Yeah,
wear
if
their
I-
masks for this?
You know what? You're not supposed to have to if you have 6 feet. So I want to see what we have. I would prefer not to have them do that. So if there's not enough room, if you guys are amenable, Tom would have to read the instructions twice. Maybe we could use Karen Weiss's conference room and use the engineering conference room just to space people out.
They're distracting enough. I mean, trying to take a test, you don't need to be dealing with that.
Yeah.
I
for 2
just
hours, that's tough.
just asking, just where we're at with it. I didn't know if how we were spreading them out because I know you're spread out in that conference room, but it's not spread out. You're still pretty.
What
Yeah.
about the auditorium?
They don't have desks in there.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah, and with the schools being closed, they really don't want anybody in there anyway. So I'm limited. The fire academy's the same way. I pretty much have to make do where we're at. But I can. I mean, I can even use our roll call room and the engineering room. I just might have to use 2 rooms. So we might just have to,
Well, as long as there's enough of us there to
yeah,
supervise, it's fine.
yeah. So,
Okay.
like I said, the only thing is going to be for Tom, who has to give the directions. He might have to do it twice, but I can't see a way around it with everything that's going
Well,
on.
why can't that can be done in the auditorium and then spread out from there?
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Could just set a time that we look at the clocks and that we start.
Right. I mean, that would be. I think that would be okay. And then just, the proxies sit around and they can give out the tests or give them out when you leave the room, and then just all get together and figure out how to do the timing. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Everything else in the department is good. Everybody's healthy.
Everybody's good. We did have, we've had, yeah.
So see, you're missing, Ken. Safe in that little cocoon of yours on wood, Clover Lane.
Yep. Yep.
All right. Anybody else? Anything for the chief?
Yeah, that's all I have, unless anybody has any other questions.
Hey, I'm sorry if anyone had a technical difficulty there. The internet must be really low here.
We've been fine, Brandon.
Okay, just making sure because I cut out completely.
Oh, no, okay. I think everybody's been fine in here and everybody's moving.
I've heard everything.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, everything's still recorded, so we're good.
Okay. Tom said he'll get with you later on. He had to leave.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
Okay. All
Mhm,
right.
Thank you.
And Paulette never tried to sign on?
No, I never got that. Nope.
Okay.
No one was coming in.
All right. There's nothing else for John, and anybody have anything else at all for the good welfare? Motion for adjournment.
Make a
I'll
motion
move.
for that.
Karen, second by Ron.
Uh-huh.
All right, everybody. Have a good night. Thank you. See you next month.
You all too.
Take care.
Take care.
Stay safe.
Best to you
Bye-bye.
guys.